DJs BrewTube beer review. You know what, guys? Today's been a long-ass day. Why? Because I had to watch the kids all day. They were on holiday today, and they drove my ass crazy. Dude, I had to take them to my office and stuff and contend with them. I got a workout on this morning. That's still not enough to chill my ass out. So what am I going to do to put a smile on my face? I'm going to get me a beer. And what beer am I going to get? I'm going to get one for my very first beer trade way back when in 2011 that I still haven't reviewed yet. That's kind of fucked up. But anyway, that's another story, isn't it? It's a beer from Russian River Brewing Company out of Santa Rosa, California, US of A. Yay, yay. And what beer is it? It's Damnation. That's right, guys. Now, this is a Belgian strong ale, and it's a year-round serving. And they call it maybe like a Belgian golden ale also, I think Russian River calls it. This variant of it, which is a 2011 variant, this particular beer was brewed on November 9th, 2011, and it was bottled on November 30th, 2011. So that means at time of review, this beer is nearly 3 years old. That's an old-ass beer. 7.75% ABV, like I said, back in the day that was the strength. Now they brew it at 7% and 27 IBUs. This is a lauded beer. Now if you don't believe me about the date, the batch number on this is number 074. You can look that up on the Russian River website. That's where I got all this information. And the particular yeast that they used in this is champagne yeast. That's all the information I've got on this. And that's all I care to give because I'm ready to drink this bad boy. So I'm going to get this cork popped. I've been doing a bunch of corking cages lately. Well, I like that. I'm drinking Uptown, man. Let's see. No genie in the bottle, but we're going to be careful because you never know with cork and caged beers and Belgian styles if they're going to genie out of the bottle on you. Okay, lots of smoke coming out of that bottle. It hasn't started to carb up and chug out of the bottle on me, so I'm feeling happy. And they say to drink this out of a snifter sort of glass like this on the side of the bottle, so that's what I'm doing. I figured they kind of know what they're talking about if they've drank this before and I haven't, right? Exactly. Okay. So, like the other Russian River beers I've had, now I've had this a long time ago out in California with my cousin at a like a tasting or a bar or something. I can't remember exactly. And I remember enjoying it, but that was like 4 years ago, even longer than this. I've had this beer, if you can imagine that, since my hoarding ass has got stuff from forever. But just like Pliny the Elder that I've reviewed on this channel, it is crystal clear. Very precise looking beer. This is what a winemaker produces. As you can see it on the camera, lots of effervescent carbonation coming off of the bottom, and this is not a nucleated glass. We have a solid one finger head of super tight white bubbles. This looks a lot like Duvel in the glass, or maybe Ozzy or Neighbor of the Beast here, and maybe even this Demolition, if I were guessed, a lot like this Demolition in the glass. But the yellow is a little bit darker on this. There's more orange amber or really dark yellow amber hints to this. So, really gorgeous looking beer, man. I can see right through this one. Time to get an aroma on it. I'm right thirsty today. Damn, a lot of pear on this beer, like big, like really ripe pear, like you've opened, almost like candy, like or pears and syrup. That's what it smells like. Canned pears and syrup almost. Or overly ripe pear. I'm getting apple, a bit of like white wine maybe. A little bit of pineapple, like spice from the yeast. Maybe clovish sort of spice from the yeast, almost like a Hefeweizen. Really lovely and inviting smelling beer. There's a nice sweetness, like honey-like sweetness to it, like that. Like I'm saying, like that heavy syrup that pears sometimes come in, the stuff that you get in the can or you had to eat in the school lunchroom. So, let's get a taste on this, guys. Cheers. And by the way, this first beer trade coming from my friend Gisela. Shout out to you, Gisela. It's been forever since you sent me this beer from Cali. Now I'm reviewing it. Cheers, honey. Wow. Nice. Yeah, the taste really follows the aroma. Super smooth. Up front, you're getting that pear taste. Very vinous, this beer is. Super wine-like. Cleansing, dry finish. Pineapple. A bit of spicy yeast in this. Actually fairly pronounced spicy yeast, but it is 3 years old nearly in the bottle, so I expect that yeast to have done its job. Super smooth. Not a touch of oxidation on this beer. The alcohol is utterly and completely hidden. You wouldn't know this is nearly an 8% beer. And it drinks so easy and so light. You could pound this bottle. I mean, it's a little Eckel bottle, but you could pound this thing from top to bottom without any problem. Wow, and look at that glass lacing. This, just from top to bottom, is a gorgeous beer. Super, super tasty as well. I think I like this a bit better than Duvel, and I like it better than Aussie, and probably as much as Demolition. These beers have a lot in common. This one was a bit more viscous and thick. This beer is light on the palate. It drinks down, easily. There's even a bit in the aftertaste of like some earthy hop, maybe like earthy floral kind of hop. Wow, awesome beer. I almost wish I had drank this before, but I forget about beer sometimes. This was in my fridge for at least a year, and in my cellar down here in the dungeon for 2 years before that. So, what do you grade a beer like this? You hear I'm pretty damn happy. I'm geeking out. Rate Beer gives us a straight up 98 fresh. I haven't seen any reviews of this one unless you really look back in the archives in, like, say, Beer Advocate or Rate Beer. And Beer Advocate, not fresh, give this a 92. I think this beer is a straight up A. It's nearly like A+ level. I'm going to give this a 97. Really super tasty beer. It's been forever since I've had this fresh. I remember, I think, liking this more now. I know I enjoyed this beer. My beer memory of it isn't great because that was before I was really super paying attention to all the fine details. But man, awesome beer. If you can get a bottle of Damnation, if you want to cellar it, it's fine. It tells you can cellar it right on the side. It gives you all the information, and it's a really precisely made and product that you can tell someone that maybe had involvement in the wine business, or maybe champagne had a hand in this beer, because it's quite vinous and champagne-like too. But man, delicious beer that I would drink again and buy again. So, bravo Russian River, and I'm glad I get to finish the rest of this all by my lonesome and chill out. So, to the next DJs BrewTube, if you would think globally and drink locally and support the craft beer movement, that would be cool as hell. I would love that. I would also love if you would rate, comment, subscribe, and hit that like button if you haven't done that. If you haven't subbed up, come on, baby, get with the program. I got more reviews coming. All kinds of fun stuff. So, like I said, to the next time, thanks a million. And I got nothing but a bunch of love for you and a big ass hell yeah. Peace out!